Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Diamond Stylz. I be going live sometimes. And I want to talk about this Khia DC Pride mess. I have the settings to where it is only subscribers who can comment and join in the conversation. So go ahead and subscribe if you are new here. If you are returning, go ahead and thumbs up. Hey, Miss Polk, how are you? Hey, Darcel. Chashan, how are ya? Hey, Naira. Am I saying that right? Naira? Are you always thinking I'm saying that wrong? Hey, Ty. Oh, I got my life when Maddie went in. I got my life. All right. So, okay, cool. All right. So if you've been under a rock, let's get right to it. It's because it's late. So let's jump into the tea hose. Come on, official diamond sign work. So if you've been under a rock, this is Pride season. I went back to this camera, y'all, because that other camera I couldn't deal with. It was too dark. I don't like dark. I need color. I need shine. Oh, y'all like my shirt? Ban bigotry, not books. I love this. It's so cute. I got this from For Harriet. Kimberly Foster, her little merch is so cute. I got two of her shirts. One is, yeah, I'll wear it another day, but I love this shirt. Isn't this cute? Oh my God, because we have a book fair coming up on August the 2nd. And so, this is a cute shirt for that. It was a sweatshirt, but I cut it off and sewed these up. I'm not a good hand sewer, so it looks raggedy, but I like how it is. But I sewed it by hand, honey. Being very arts and craft fish, baby. Art, arts and craft woman. It just doesn't sound, it just doesn't roll off the tongue like fish does. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Um, so if you have been under a rock, this is Pride season. We're coming, next month. Pride is classic Pride Month, June. Now, some cities has their Pride in different time of the year, but in general, Pride Month is June. But every city some people have their shit in October. Some people, it's just different. It just depends on the city. But usually, in general, June is Pride. And so during Pride, because we have been around for a long time and because of the work of our amazing queer ancestors in the 60s and 70s, prides have been a part of our collective culture for a long time now. Very, very long time now. And so when things become a part of the culture, something, they're just things that are just kind of, they just happen. They just comes along with things growing into a mainstay. And usually that's when capitalism comes in and gets its claws in. So we get, Target. Not now. We're banning Target. We're boycotting Target, so we don't fuck with Target. And other entities that we don't want to fuck with that have divested from DEI. But Target and Walmart and the such and such have invested in these events, right? Thank you, Miss Polk, and hey, welcome, Ray, to the membership. Yeah. So the big organizations will come in and donate money to have these big pride events. And each city has like a main pride I don't know what the word is, but like an administration, like a main pride. But there are some that are kind of like alternative prides. Like sometimes it's based on race. Like sometimes cities have black prides, but usually a city has one group that is in charge of pride. And so like our city, our we have one that's in charge of pride, but because of the leadership, I'm in Houston, because of the leadership of the main organization that does our citywide pride, other people is three different other people who have made their own little prize. Like, oh, we don't fuck with them, so we doing our own thing. So you'll have these different entities in the city that does pride at the same time that the main one is doing pride, but sometimes they are not in cahoots with each other, and sometimes they're working against each other because they are, I want to say enemies, but one of the reason why the offshoot happened is because they don't want to fuck with this one because this one got a lot of times it'd be like some racist ass shit going on, and so we had to break off, or it'll be some non-inclusive, we don't want to include the trans, or so some it's just different things that have happened over the history of the city that made these different factions of pride organizers. You feel what I'm saying? You follow me? And so you have these different prides that's happening, especially if you are a major city, especially that, because major cities have queer histories. And so a lot of things, a lot of politicking has happened to where it's different things. And in Washington, D.C., that is what has happened. So the main people have done a pride and they have invited people. Now, this is considered like the legitimate organizers. Got it? You're not late. We just started. We only been in for 7 minutes. Um, and so the official pride people, you know how you have the official and then the unofficial. There's the legitimate pride people. They invited T.S. Madison. They gave T.S. Madison a day, May 23rd, I think. She has a T.S. Madison Day in Washington, D.C. now. Congratulations. That's dope. Um, and so, in contrast to that, another pride group, the unofficial, illegitimate pride group, created their own pride event because this is Washington, D.C. It is a huge city. The pride is always lit, always fire, a huge black ass city too. And so, what they did, they invited Khia, my neck, my back Khia, and Queen's Court Khia, and what's her other claim to fame? What else? Is there anything else? Um, yeah. They invited her to be the headliner, or not the headliners, Young Miami, um, for their event. And so it is a controversy because Kaya, if you have followed her and know her for her shenanigans, she is very hmm, it's not just simply because I want to there is nuance. Homophobic and transphobic. Let's just lay that flat out like that. She says very homophobic shit, like she loves to insinuate or directly say that all the gays got AIDS. She loves to be transphobic and talk about trans women as if they're still men. Particularly, she has, because of the clash between her and T.S. Madison, that was really, really ugly. And she pointed that towards T.S. Madison. But when you talk about trans people in that way, it's hard for other trans people not to take that personally, and not only not to take it personally, but also it gives insight to how you feel about um trans people. Because if you it's for example, like if let's do me and some colorist shit. Say that every time I get into it with a dark skinned woman or a dark skinned trans woman, I'm always talking about her color. I'm calling her, um, bullshit, shit that, oh, you black ass. Well, I don't even know what did the colorist say. Whatever colorist shit, whatever normal insult. And so every time that I'm talking about a darker skinned woman, I gotta call them black, and you black ass roach, or you black ass bitch, or you tar, or any kind of stupid ass color references insult to her skin. If that's my normal reaction, that would be a clear indication that I'm really a colorist. Now I can always be like, "Oh, she was reading me. She came after me, so I come back. I come back." Da 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 da. Da. But if every time you doing that and you saying some weird ass shit like that, it's a clear indication that you a fucking colorist. Somebody put in the chat cherry. I mean, it's clear. And so that would be that. So Kaya doing that really makes it like you yeah, you can say, "Oh, I've been down with the LGBT and da 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 da," but if you giving all of that, that's what you think. That's what you think on the inside, and because you mad, it's coming out. Gotcha. Am I tripping, or do y'all agree, or am I am I is that how y'all feel as the queer community? Like when a motherfucker always is coming at a motherfucker with the transphobic chick or the homophobic chick, you get to calling people faggots, or you get to calling people saying they got AIDS and you sick motherfuckers and da 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 da. If they get to doing all that, that's how they feel. They may fuck with you when they not mad and da 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 da, but that's kind of um if they always go in there, that's how they get down. That's how they feel. I feel like there is you know how your grandma used to say there's truth in jest. Like when people is shit that people laugh about, there's some truth in that. I feel like there's some truth in reading too. When a bitch get to reading, she's reading from some truthful shit. Like she's some shit she feel. Cause she know that's what's gonna cut you. That's what's gonna be the shade. That's what's gonna be the reading. HIV don't HIV reads don't even hit the same no more because the girls are getting it just like the gays. What they want to say. The best reads are based in truth. The best reads are based in truth. The best. The best. The best. The best. My fave. My favorite way to read. And we know that. So that's why we love to root it in truth. So I feel like that was messy in the first place for the opposite illegitimate pride planners to hire Khia in the lineup, knowing that T.S. Madison is headlining the legitimate. That's shade in itself to me, especially if you know their history. Also, because of Kaya's history in reading the gays and reading the girls and not being in the queer community, I find it very, very inappropriate for queer organizers to give people like her a platform. You can like her on your own time. There's going to be tons. I'm pretty sure she got tons of gay people in her fan base that love her shenanigans and love her reading. I like her shenanigans, especially when she talk about other celebrities, and I like her shenanigans. But I think it's really, really tone deaf, especially in this era of time where there is a clear cultural and political discourse and strategic attack on LGBT people. For you to bring somebody who is openly homophobic, openly transphobic at a pride event, that feels inappropriate and strange. Her exact words is, "Who's gonna be the boys? There are too many trying to be the girls." So that just says she doesn't really see it for the trans femme individuals. I love this one video that I watched where the gay boy was like, "Who's gonna you all you cis women talk about who's gonna be the boys? Your nigga's gonna be the boys. Your baby daddy's gonna be the boys. Your brothers, your uncle, your down low straight men, they gonna be the boys, baby." All of that. Let me see. The Pride event has a history of hiring folks who are not real allies to the community. These Pride events, see, I don't like to generalize them because I'm not saying that incidents haven't happened, but it's not really common. Like it has happened, but not most of them are. They know not to hire no crazy ass people. But usually it's the niggas. Like it's the pride event in the nigga cities. Atlanta and DC. Other events, they don't be playing. I don't see them. I see it in Atlanta. I remember, wasn't it a couple of years ago that they brought on was it Chris Brown? Or did Chris Brown say that he wouldn't do it? I can't remember. Did he say he would never do no pride, or did he do a pride? Wasn't it Chris Brown or something? You know, I feel funny. I feel funny about queer people at clubs playing Bootsy. Like I went to a event this week and they were playing Bootsy in the club, in the queer club, and I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Like, why don't y'all have any? I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like, why are y'all playing him? Like I just hear them playing his music. I feel like it's fucking weird. I feel like it's weird that they do that. A slap in the face is what it is. And so it is quite annoying when there is a lot of times, that's another thing. A lot of times they don't be hiring queer DJs. So they be hiring these straight ass DJs to come in the club, and here they go, putting the same shit they do at the straight clubs, having no kind of the tone deaf, like I call it tone deaf, no kind of tact and censorship, and I just think that that's whack. I think it's corny and whack. I don't like that shit. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I was trying to catch the Erykah Badu melody, but it's not catching in my head. Hello, hello. It's not catching in my mind. Hello, y'all. So first of all, you do this and it feels like shade because it feels like you're doing it in comparison to hello, hello. Some shit. I can't get the whole thing. You do it in comparison to T.S. Madison being one of the headliners in the for the legitimate pride, that part. And then what also grinds my gears, is that she didn't just get up there and be like, hype woman, hype, da 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 da. She get up there and get to talking shit about T.S. Madison. Now, y'all ain't been in cahoots in like 10 years. So why are you on this stage talking about T.S. Madison? Now, what she said in the behind the scenes clip is that she was told that T.S. Madison called and was trying to get her not to get the gig. And T.S. Madison was like, bitch, no. T.S. Madison went on a whole reading session about her. Like, bitch, she read her through the whole thing, but one of the things that really was like, like a cute little mom that made me say, yes, bitch, wear it out. She said, baby, my voice is on tour with Beyonce. I'm getting mechanical royalties, baby. Why am I worried about you and your lemon pepper wings and your $2,500? Why would I stop you from getting your bag? I don't care. I'm sitting on a tour right now with the Queen of Pop getting mechanical royalties because she is using my voice on her tour. The Queen of Pop, one of the greatest of all time, is using my voice. And I'm getting a check from it, and I know the checks is cute. And you think I'm trying to stop you from doing a DC Pride? Girl, what? I thought that was my sickness because it's a truth. It's a read rooted in truth, baby. So T.S. Madison says she didn't do that. So but then T.S. Madison also was like, yo, y'all should have checked that shit. So if she thought that I was trying to stop her from getting the bag, not understanding that the people want to stop you from being at a pride because of what you have said. What you have done, what you have said. And so for me, if I'm in the audience, first of all, I wouldn't be in the audience where Khia is the fucking, I don't know. I do like Young Miami, but Young Miami done said some problematic ass shit. Young Miami said that something about her son, if she didn't want her son to be gay or some shit she said about her son not being, she didn't want her son to be gay. Which part of that is, that part isn't, but didn't she say something that was like abusive though? It wasn't just, I don't want my son to be gay. It wasn't like I would beat his ass or something. I can't remember exactly what she said. She said she would beat the gay out of him. Yeah, so that part is the late part. Not that you don't want your son to be gay, because I'm pretty sure if you ask a bunch of us, would we want our child to be gay or trans, we would say no. I would say no. Now I'm gonna love them regardless, but I want my children to be, if I'm not gonna have no kids, but if I did, I would want them to be set up for the best success and the most peaceful life. And being queer is not the path for the most peaceful life. And so it's not that I wouldn't treat them any different, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't choose it. So that's just keeping it real. I wouldn't choose it. I would want them to be cisgendered and heterosexual and just kind of going through life. They are, especially they're gonna be Black kids, so I ain't gonna be fucking. They already got to deal with racism. I don't want to have to. I don't want them. I want them to deal with the less layers of oppression as they possibly can. If I have a choice, if I have to choose. Now, if they are, then I'm gonna protect them and do what I can to make their life smooth based on what I can do. But I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't choose that. So what really grinded my gears, burnt my pussy, was ain't no way I invite you to my house, my queer party, and you gonna think you gonna get up on your soapbox and get to talking about one of us. I don't care what the tea is. You are at a pride event. Now, maybe some other kind of event, maybe, but still, bitch, you are at a pride event and you talking about one of ours? Bitch, fuck you. I would have been booing her ass. I would have been just the fact that they gays was sitting there and letting her talk shit about T.S. Madison. I feel like that is shady. Now, is it surprising? No. I know how. That's why I named this the Goons, honey. This is the Coon spelled in the Quoon way is Queen plus Coon put together. The Coons. I know there's some coons on this side too that cater to the cis people that will coon out for them, that will cater to the cis black women, cater to the cis black men. Oh, it's my brother. You know, y'all the gay coons, they break their neck to be kissing their ass, and they will turn on other queer people. That I think this is what happened. they love the mess so much that they are not principled in their choices because they're fucking coons. And so I know I'm not surprised at it. I expected them to I expect some of them to be coons like this. But like T.S. Madison said, you could have checked it. Don't make it seem like I called you and tried to stop her bag. Ain't nobody trying to stop her bag. And I wouldn't have, and then after the after party, whatever the little after party, after set, she had two little fly, little nets, little gay gnats buzzing around her while she talking hella shit. I've been down with the LGBT. Baby, we have watched you. I like a messy ass cis woman. I like the messy ones. I love a Wendy Williams. I love a messy reading ass cis woman. That is my sickening. But you, we hear you do your homophobic gigs all the time. So, bitch, don't you? It's no way around it. We hear it. We see it. You always got a health read. You always got a Mandy Man whore. You always got a trans identity read. You always got that. That's your tea. That's your stick. That's your gimmick. I mean, that's what it is. So yes, it is 46 people in here. Make sure you thumbs up. It is only 24 people who have thumbs up. Why you ain't thumbs it up, bitch? What's the G? Is your fingers broke? So yeah, I feel like I've I don't I don't blame Khia. Khia is broke from what I'm hearing. Khia is broke. She trying to get her whatever bag she can get. That I don't expect her not. I'm who else is calling Khia to come and perform? Who else is doing that? What other events have she been? What other events has she been at? Are the black folks supporting her? Like regular black folks, cisgender black folks? Like are they where? Who is she? Who is hiring her to perform? I haven't seen Kaya on a flyer. I haven't seen her as a guest on nobody's podcast. She ain't even on the regular podcast. Like there are people making podcast rounds and she ain't even on them. So who is actually fucking with Kaya besides the messy gays, the gay coons, the gay gnats? Who is fucking with her like that? So I'm not mad at her out here getting her bag. So cool, I understand her. Um, of course, I don't think T.S. Madison cares. I'm more mad at the people who organized it. Kaya gives me she gets booked for the neighborhood block party. Whose neighborhood? I don't even be seeing the flyers for that. So I'm more mad at them. I'm more mad at the gays who organized it. That's the thing I'm more mad about. I'm more mad about that. Now, um, if I'm gonna keep it real, I really, really hate that they fell out. I really hate that T.S. Madison and Khia fell out because I really felt like if they hadn't fell out, it would have been a sickening little vibe. If I'm to be honest, if I'm to be real honest about it. Now, I love that T.S. Madison has gone and flourished and doing her big one. I live for it. But and this may be me just missing Wendy Williams. There's a spot missing of messiness that in pop culture that Wendy Williams filled, and it would have been beautiful for them to go on and grow into that kind of messy duo that would fill this void that Wendy is not filled. I personally like her and Craig more than Khia. I do not. I do not. I way drastically live for Khia and T.S. Madison way more than I live for Madison and Craig. Way more. Like it's not even close for me. I used to be in stitches when I would watch her and Khia. The Craigs of the worlds make my ass itch, so I never tune in. If it's a subject that I really want to see them get into, yes, I'll tune in, but in general, no. If it's a subject, Craig kind of turns me off for the show. If I'm to be honest, that's my, I know everybody's somebody like it. They getting views, somebody like it. But if I was to pick between the two duos, Madison Khia and Madison and Craig, I'm fucking with Khia. I'm riding with Khia. I wish they hadn't got like Madison said about Khia. She's self-sabotaging. And so I wish she wasn't that because I would have loved to see where they would have grown to. It would have been dope. Because only person who I am seeing that's trying to fill that void of messy is Jason Lee. And I hate Jason Lee with a passion. He is that Craig kind of gay to me. Jason Lee is a Craig kind of gay to me. There's that they are a particular I don't care what nobody say, they are a particular transphobe. They know how to say the right things and they can get along with you because you're one of the girls, but they do not. There, you can tell because it comes out in certain instances, and they don't fuck with the girls. They'll ride your coattails. If they can ride it, they will ride it. But they don't fuck with the girls. There's a particular trans misogyny in them that I can feel, and it comes up sometimes. So I can't sit and watch them because I know it's there. There's a particular trans misogyny. There's a particular misogyny in general in these motherfuckers. When it comes to women, I think it shows up. I think it showed up in the Tamar thing. I think it shows up in um 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 Jason Lee a lot. That I don't know. I it shows up a lot. And I don't see how people don't see it. It shows up in Funky Dineva. There is a particular anti-blackness. There's a particular anti-womanness. There's a particular misogyny that is just comes up, and I see it, and I can't fuck with them. I see it, I feel it, I hear it when they talk. I it is yeah, it comes up. When Jason Lee, I think because Jason Lee is biracial, his anti-blackness comes up a lot. I just hear him talking about it. He's one of them mixed boys that don't like black people. He considers himself black, but you can tell by how he talks about, especially when you get into the colorism conversation, you can tell that he is a mixed boy that's jaded behind that shit. That's number one. With Funky Dineva, there is a class dynamic. There is a respectability politics that he only puts on women, in how they dress and how he talks about women's issues. Um, there is a class politic that he has that really shows up for him, that pops up every now and then, that I'm like, oh, he's like a church queen, despite being a cokehead, and despite, them kind of alleged allegations. Um, yeah, I just see it. I just see it. And so when I when I feel that vibe and hear it in some of their commentary, and Madison, because who Madison is and her hustle game, and I feel like there's a lot of gay gnats flying around her, trying to ride up off of their coattails. And they will be like, "Oh, I had my own thing before this, but we didn't know you." I know somebody might have did, but I bet most of the people didn't know you prior. Maybe some gay boys, but prior to you connecting, that's why your numbers went up. So yeah. Yeah, I'm one of 'em. Yeah, I don't fuck with them like that. They are a particular type of gay boy that I don't fuck with. Jason Lee and Natalie Nunn are the same beasts. They love to capitalize on the scenarios that they've created to perpetuate and hype stereotypes about black people. Now, I think there is a difference. Now, I'm not mad at the Zeus Network girlies, because some people are the stereotype. Some people are the stereotype. Some people are so purely the stereotype that you just see it. And sometimes that makes for good TV. And I think because of fictitious kinship, we talk about it. Who did I learn that from? The book called Sister Citizen by Melissa Harris Perry. She talks about fictitious. It's not her work, but she's the one who taught me about the concept. That book, fictitious kinship, where there's a kin. Now there's a positive of it, like, oh, we people, because we black, because we trans, because we queer. There's a fictitious kinship, but it also talks about the negative side of it too, where we don't have the privilege of being individuals when it comes to um if we are the stereotype, or we do something wrong, like if we got a sexy red who is Banji, whatever the negative stuff of people think of about her, but there's people that exist like her. And do they not, but because they exist in that kind of very stereotypical way, there's a shame that comes when they get a spotlight shined on them. It reminds me of my mother, when I was younger, not wanting me to eat watermelon outside. Are you just sitting out here eating watermelon? That is It's kind of like there's a shame that comes with that can come, not with everybody, but there's a shame when you put a spotlight on people who fit those stereotypes. There's a shame um that comes with that. And so some people can have a reaction. I think that's what's happening with that statue in New York. I think when they show regular black people that black people, some respectability politic motherfuckers that are invested in having this black excellent image of black people, when they see a light being shown on something that they deem not respectable, they get ashamed by it. I personally feel like Zeus Network provides an opportunity for some girls to come up where they may not have an opportunity or access to any type of celebrity and money. I think you totally are right. I think that um, there is a documentary about Jerry Springer. I don't know what, I think it's, I don't know what, is it Netflix? I don't know what streaming service it's on, but it's Jerry Springer, and they were talking about when Jerry Springer started, they were trying to be this legitimate talk show. Phil Donahue, it's Netflix. Thank you, Shakira. Um, they were trying to be this like Phil Donahue legitimate talk show, but the ratings wasn't sickening, and so they tried something else. They tried that kind of shock television, and it worked. And the networks, they got some backlash, but the networks don't care. They care about the numbers. Are you bringing the eyes? And people were watching it like a train wreck. Was this respectable shit? No, but people were still tuning in, and they go through the whole process of how their numbers just kept growing and growing so much that they knocked Oprah off the top spot. Oprah, the clean, respectable black mammy. The clean, educated, well-spoken black mammy that had won the heart of America. She was the number one for years in the talk show scene. Juggernaut and Jerry Springer, the classless junk TV, knocked her off the spot. And it's because, as much as we don't like to admit it, there is a percentage of us who like the mess and who like the trash. Even me. And even I remember talking hella shit about the representation of trans people on Jerry Springer when it was going on, and when it and years later. But was I tuning in every time I knew it was going to be a transgender show? I sure was. Some of my favorite moments. Do y'all remember when the trans Brittany popped the cisgender girls who came out, who had seen her on the show before? She had got cisgender girl pregnant. That is seared in my mind. When Tia, rest in peace, Brittany. When Brittany popped her, boom. Y'all remember that? That was my tea. I remember. I loved it, and especially for, yeah. She said freak hoes, and she said Bob Baston. Right? That was my sickening. I got my life. It was my everything. Um, the Maury is a man or woman episode always sent me all that shit. It was like, whoa, like what is going on? And so then, some of them was legitimate stories. They were trying, they talk about that too. They talk about on the Jerry Springer documentary, they talk about me too. They talk about how they always tried to get real stories, but some people wanting to get on TV would come to them and make up stories, and it wouldn't be true shit. They tried to always keep it real. Now they manipulated the true stories that they got. They'll separate them and hype this one up, making them want to fight. So they would be manipulating the people in the stories, but the stories were real. And so then when I When I got older and all the girls was using almost the exposure of Jerry to kind of boost their sex worker career, they were trying to go, they would make stories up to go on Jerry Springer, because if you saw the girl on Jerry Springer, you could find her on the Craigslist and the all the sites. And it can boost your money, honey. And we lived in Indianapolis and it was based in Chicago. So baby, they will fly us right on in like it was no tea. But all of that area, people, they were just kind of flying people in. A free, yep, offering $200 and a free round trip ticket, baby. Yes, for the guys. But sometimes it was three. Sometimes it was 300. I remember when Jerry and Maury called my phone to be on that show. Me too. Once they saw your ads, they would hit you up. When they saw your ads on the sites, they would hit you up and ask you to come. Do you have a story? Come on the show. Do you have somebody you want to tell off, baby? Come tell Jerry about it, honey. So I think that Zeus, like CO said, Zeus gives a space for people who might not look at um Sydney Star. She gets on, she's on whatever, she's on the Zeus network getting her life because nobody else was, because she didn't bring no ratings to Love and Hip Hop. She ain't getting on nobody else's show. So she's on Zeus network. Look at who would have made the Auntie show. I don't did that get canceled? I'm pretty sure, yeah. But the Auntie show, who would have made that? That was brilliant. If they could have got along, but but that was brilliant for them to make up that show. The Aunties with Tokyo Tony and Tia, and what was the other girl name? That was brilliant. That was made for TV. The Bobby Light and Roland Ray, that little special. Crazy. What would that have been on? What network streaming or whatever would that have been on? Nothing. Um Bad Boys Club. What else? Oh, Black China. What would she have been on? I don't know. Nobody would have gave them a chance, honey. And we know some of the other shows, they do that. Look at what was it called? The Flavor of Love. Um on VH1. There was a time when VH1 was like that. Let's just try it and see. And we got some of our iconic Tiffany Pollard. We got some stars rose out of that kind of era of reality TV. And so they were just trying it and see. Remember um Real World on MTV. They were trying it and see. And who we get? We get Tammy Roman. We got, who's the girl from the very first one that's on Sway? What was her name? Is her name Robin? Heather B, not Robin. Heather, is it Heather B? Ain't that her name? That DJs with Sway, that's been in the radio game for years now. But she was on the very first Real World. Isn't her name Heather B? Do y'all remember her? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? She co-hosts with Sway. Yeah, we have gotten some people out of these. Karamu. Karamu was on. Oh, y'all remember when that gay boy bashed that girl in her face on Real World and got in the and got in and got in the taxi, or before she got in the taxi on Real World. That was a TV moment too. I remember that. Yeah, I think that there is I think it's tears. I think it's tears to that. It's tears to television. Like, you're gonna have your D-listers You're gonna have the especially now on the with the internet and all the stuff that's going on with different levels of celebrity. And what I'm also learning is not learning, it's not that I didn't know it, but I'm just starting to notice more often. There are bubbles of community. Like even y'all, I'm a part of y'all bubble of who y'all watch, whoever y'all watch. And so there are some people that I will run across them and I have no idea who they are, but they got tons of followers. Um, like DDG, like his stands. Somebody said the other day, what's his name? Kai Kana, what's his name? What's the little dark skinned boy with the dreads, the cute one? Well, I think he's cute. Um, Kai Sana. He was talking about DDG, and he was saying it like DDG. I in my brain, I thought they came up together. Like I put them all in the same sonat. Yeah, I put them all together. But he was talking about DDG like he was like a pioneer in the field, in the streaming field or whatever. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that history is. So clearly there's some history of DDG that's longer than Kai that I don't know about. And so that's a bubble world that I don't know anything about. Yeah, so I don't know none about I don't know nothing about that bubble of them these young black streamers that like I love my favorite is the little goofy one, the little Speedy or Speedo or what's his name? Those are my two favorite. Kai and is it Speedo? Speed something speed. I show speed something. I like them. Those are my two favorites. They're funny. I like them. Oh, and the funny one that looked like a stud, the little itty bitty one. He funny though, because he be roasting people. What is his name? Oh no, he's my favorite. The little short, he really little, he looked like a stud. But he a boy. What is his name? Is it Rodney? What does he's link me to Rodney? He little, he really, really little. Every time when I first used to see him, I thought he was just a stud, but he's not a stud. He's brown. Yeah, he's brown skin. Oh, what is his name? He be roasting. He be reading, but he be on like lives with them too. But he's funny. Like he a reader. Let me see if I can find something that I have liked. I've recently liked something of his. So that's why I'm looking for it. He's like there's these bubbles. Hey, what y'all talking about? I don't really know. I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how to generalize it in one subject. Um, but there's like a where is it? Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find it. Rodney's son, little Rodney with the little fat ass butt. I don't know if it's a little fat ass butt. I don't know if that's what I would call it. Nah, this one is. He's from Baltimore. He definitely has a Baltimore accent. Deshae Frost. Y'all know I don't know these little kids' name, y'all. I don't know their name. I only know them other ones' name because they dang. Rodney from Be More. It's Rodney. Let me see. What's Rodney like name? What is his like online streamer name? Is it Little Rodney? He definitely has a yeah, that's him. That's him. It's Little Rodney. Ooh, I don't like Drewski. Mm-mm. Yes, he looked like a stud. Him. This one. Don't he look like a stud? He looked like a stud to me. He looked like a fine ass stud. Yeah, this one. I love him. He be having me cracking up. I get my life. He is so funny. I live for him. Yeah, him. That's is this little Rodney? Yeah, that's him. This nigga be having me cracking up. I get my life. Especially when you get to reading. I get my life. See, he be giving me, I be thinking he a stud child. That is giving me stud. Like that's giving like a Houston stud. And apparently he been streaming for a long time because I seen a throwback video of him and he was with his mama and that he was a little kid. So he's been streaming for a long time where he looked like a little kid. There's a video I recently saw of him and his mom and they were streaming and they were talking about something. Um and I was like, "Oh, he been making money as a streamer because this is with him and his mom and he looked like a child, like a little kid. Like the way they would I guess he was still living with his mom or whatever. I don't know where he lived now, but he was with his mom. Y'all see, you can't tell me this ain't no stud. I know it's not a stud, but that looked like a stud. His face is fish down. They all still look like little kids to me. No, this was like little kid, like not little teenagers, older 20 somethings. This is when they look like children. Where you could tell that, like, oh my God, these are children. Yeah, but he funny as hell. This nigga, I love him. He's funny. He makes me laugh. I get it. Some young men look like studs. Yeah, they be giving. Him particularly be giving like a little stud. So what I was saying, my point I was making was there's like really pocket bubbles of people's community that I don't know anything about. You know who I recently just learned about? Like, what's the Asian trans woman, Jules? I had seen her like years ago, but I didn't know she had her own little bubble of fan base of her. Um, where's Miss Thing at that was crying in the closet? Um, Leave Britney alone. Remember her? What was her name? She was a boy at first, and then she transitioned to a girl. Um, what was her? She was a white girl. It was a white girl. She went viral where she was in a closet saying "Leave Britney alone" when she was a boy. She was like a little gay butch queen. Chris Crocker. Yes. Now she transitioned, and I think she has her own little bubble of people. Um, I think her new name is like Clara something, Cara. She's a trumpet, I think. Is she? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't follow her, so I don't know. Oh, and y'all remember, now my brain is going down a YouTube rabbit hole. Y'all remember Johnny Boy? I used to love Johnny Boy. White girl, blonde hair. I wonder what happened to her. Cara Cunningham. Oh, she on her Blair White shit? That's probably why I haven't seen her. Cara Cunningham. Oh, she done deleted her well, she ain't deleted, she just deleted all her posts. She got 0 posts, but she got like 15 followers.
For weeks, we're going to be hearing the left come up with convenient truths about how this happened.
Oh yeah, she turned into a Trump supporter. I see. Mm. And she married a Mexican. Isn't that funny? But she done deleted all her posts. So apparently she married a Mexican. Got engaged to a Mexican. I hope he get deported. Um, she must have went stuff and living her white woman life. Classic. You know who one of my favorite? This ain't got nothing to do with the conversation, but you know who one of my favorite white women, trans white women is? That motherfucking Carolyn Crossy. I live for her. A Mexican trans man. Oh, send them to El Salvador. That Carolyn Crossy, I love her. She was one of my favorite gay, not gay, white trans women. You can ask the flower. Low Anthony being a gay convert gags me. Oh my god! Didn't they get joined like some Christian cult or something? Ty, did you know Kristen turned into like a Christian cult person too? Got into church, like detransitioned and got into church. Christian that used to live with me. I let this white girl live with me for like a year because she was homeless and because her parents kicked her out. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was just being a good person and they didn't have nowhere to go and let them stay with me. Met them up. They were a YouTube subscriber of mine and they sent me a message and told me what was going on. And I was just being a good person because that's who I am. And let them stay with me for a year. Baby, it turned into some hot mess. But she detransitioned and turned into like a Christian, like um like a not a cult leader. I don't want to say that, but you know, one of them Christian people, like them people, missionaries. That's what it is. They turned into one of them missionary that's trying to convert people as a ex-gay, as a ex-trans, and da 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 da, just like Low Anthony. And so they had detransitioned, and then I had blocked her, so I hadn't seen her in years because I blocked her on everything. But I had went under one of my white homegirls video, not homegirls, that's a little stretch, but um one of my white subscribers that I follow, I had went to her page and in the comments, she did a video about me. No, she wasn't white. I don't know what she is. She definitely not like she either is a white Latina, but she date black boys, and we met a lot. We've met, and so she did some kind of video about me, like a positive, just talking about, when she was younger, how, she was young and trans, and she would sneak and watch my videos, and that story. And she was just saying positive, and I went to the yeah, spicy white. She definitely Latina. Um and it was a positive video about me and how, different people in her life inspired her, and it was talking about me. And I looked in the comments, and Christian, the white girl that I haven't seen her since 2013. Christian, as a boy, commented in the video, in the comments, and she wrote this long ass paragraph about how, now, we fell out. So understand that the whole story was ugly. So I never would have expected her to have anything positive to say, because we did fall out. Um, but we fell out because she was letting people influence her that shouldn't influence her. And I was trying to lead her in the right direction. The direction that she wanted to go. Um, and so in the comment, she said in the she said, I stayed with Diamond for a year, and she really taught me so much about life, and because I was so young and I didn't understand it, I didn't realize what she was teaching me until now that I'm really older, and everything she tried to teach me is coming back to bite me in my ass, because I should have listened to her. Like, this is a whole comment. She did a whole paragraph, and she basically was saying, I learned so much from her, and everything she was trying to tell me and warn me about has happened in my life, and I had to learn it the hard way because I didn't listen to her. And exactly who she says she is who she is. And it felt good, because if there was anybody who could have said something negative about me, not that I did anything to her, but our situation got so ugly that she could have said something negative. Um, but the fact that but I was trying to help her. Like, it started off really, really good. But the ugly side of I'm a Pisces. The ugly side of me is when I start off really, really good with you and you do some shady shit, the ugly side of me can get ugly. It's gonna be justified, but it can get ugly. And that's kind of how it went with her. It was like, oh, bitch, I let you in my house to help you, and you start doing shady ass shit to me. Oh, cool. Well, now I'm gonna let the world wear you out. Instead of protecting you like a daughter, like I've been doing for the past year, I'm gonna let the world wear you out. And but to go to that comment, and the comment had been there for about before I found it, the comment had been there for about 3 years. Like, it was an old video that I just ran across, and I looked in the comments, and she was there with that long positive comment. But yeah, she detransitioned. And now she is like a and this is after her transition and all that shit. Um yeah, it was wild. So yeah, but I guess we only been heard for do y'all want to hear the story? It's a long ass story. And it's 12. I can save it for later. Do y'all want to hear the story? If you're watching, thumbs up. I wanted to hear the story for a while. Okay, where does it start? All right, so it starts on YouTube. If y'all remember, um, YouTube used to have a messaging system. You told it on Marsha's Plate, and I don't remember the episode title. Did I tell it on Marsha's Plate? Did I? Did I tell everything about it? All right, so it started on YouTube. YouTube used to have a messaging system where you could message people. And so, yeah, it is gotcha. Let me go give me something to drink and then I'll come right back. All righty. Hey Java. All right. It is 50 people in here. Make sure you thumbs up. Okay. So YouTube used to have a messaging system. My nose is itching. Let me see if I can turn this down. Because now it's irritating me. No, this nose. So she messaged me. She messaged me with this story. This is 2013. She's messaged me with this story. And the story, it was true. It wasn't a lie. It wasn't no scamming shit. It really was happening. The story was she was 19 and she was transitioning. And when she decided to transition, her mother told her that if you transition and you trying to be a girl, you got to get out. You got to get out of my house. And so put her out, and she didn't have nowhere to go. So that's the story she tells me, and I don't know what I was feeling. I was living by myself. I had enough room, so it wasn't like yeah, I don't know what I was feeling. And this isn't the first time that I did this, y'all. So I'm not this person anymore because it just has turned out. I don't want to say bad, but because the first one didn't turn out bad, but it just was weird. I've had people that just live with me. I'm a black trans woman. We are mothers of the community. So sometimes we take in the LGBT strays. That is the nature of trans women in the queer community, particularly ones that don't have a support system. So this isn't the first time that I've done this. This is the first time that I've done it with a white person. My gay son, Brandon, and my gay son, Jonathan. Y'all have never met Jonathan. Same thing. They didn't have nowhere to go. So I let them stay. Try to live with you different. We met in a group home. So I don't think you weren't just somebody who was like you didn't have to give me a story. But these were strangers. I knew your ass. You was basically my sister. And these were strangers that I didn't know nothing about that I was letting live with me. So I had done this before. I never had done it with a white person. That was the new. And prior to why I was doing it with her is because I had good experiences. I never had a negative experience with letting somebody live with me. Like, you know how other people are, oh, I'll never let nobody live with me because this happened. Da, 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 da. I actually haven't had super, super bad experiences in those kind of situations. You feel what I'm saying? And so when she brought it to me, I was living alone. And so I was like, oh, well, if you need somewhere to go, you can come stay with me or whatever. Like, cool. Like, I didn't think any negative of it because prior to this, the other times that I have done this, it didn't turn out bad. So I let her move in with me. And so she was doing sex work. I was not. Um, I was working at Bath and Body Works. And she was so this is how I set it up with her. So when she first came to the house, she brought her little suitcase. She didn't have a lot of stuff. She had a little bit of clothes. Um, but she walks in and the bitch is sickening. I'm looking at her and I'm like, bitch, your mug is punishing. Like from the neck up, already eating. All just naturally eating. She's the mug is already doing it. She looks like how do I do? She don't look this sickening, but the closest person I could think in my mind to how she looked, she don't look this sickening. This is but the closest. Think about a trans girl that's 19. Definitely the mug is passable. She kind of looks like do y'all remember, is it season 3 of was it season 3? Y'all remember Joanna House from American Next Top Model? Do y'all remember her? Is that too old of a reference for y'all? Joanna House. I'm gonna see a picture. I'm gonna find a picture. Let me look her up. Yeah, I'm about to look her up. This is Joanna House from America Next Top Model. Is she gonna zoom in? Let me see if she could zoom in. Zoom in, bitch, so you can see how sickening her mug is. That's Joanna House. So yeah, this is how she, her regular degular look. So this is how she looked to me. Now, not if Joanna House is a 10, Kristen is like a 8. Like she ain't as sickening like this, but this is the vibe she give where I'm like, bitch, you sickening. Like I'm looking at her like just a little bit of tweak. Like her mug, I don't think it was her body that needed work. But her muggery, it was on. To me, I think how it was when she came. When she walked through my door, I was like, bitch, oh, that mug is sitting. So that's what I lived for her about. Her mug was sitting. She just was a beat ass white girl. And I was like, oh, baby. She was given, yeah, this is Joanna. Yeah, all of this. Yeah, this is all given Kristen. This is how Kristen looked in the mug. Now her body, especially like right here. These two, because because she was born assigned male at birth. It's a little something, but it was sickening. So let me put that out there. So it was sickening. Now her body, no, her body was little broad shoulders, little hobbit, big old thick Fred Flintstone feet. No hips. The body was a fool. So when she came in, I asked her, we sat down and we talked about I sat down. I said, okay, baby. So what do you want to do? Like, what's your goal? Because you know what I'm saying? I want to know what your goals is. Not too much on the feet. Baby, them feet was wide. Ooh, they was the feet. so so I was like, so baby, what do you want to do? Like, what is your dreams and what's your tea? And she was like, oh, I would love to do hair. She was like, but I'm so scared to like go to school because I don't want to be clocked and I'm scared to deal with blah blah blah. I said, so what are you trying to get done in regards to like your transition? What are you trying to do? And she was like, well, I want to get FFS. And I was like, if I was you, I would focus on getting my body done because your mug is already enough. Yes, I know we trans women, so we want to tweak it and make shit better. I'm not telling you not to get FFS. I'm not telling you that. But what if you're trying to get to your end goal where you are passable? Right now, the furthest thing from where you need to be is your body. So if I was to give you my suggestion, I would suggest getting your body done first and save up while you're to get your FFS. Yes, but I think your body is that's your flaw. That's your strongest flaw to me. That's my opinion. And so she was like, okay, so I want to get my body done and I want to get my FFS. And I was like, all right, so this is the rules. Because I'm going to do for you what I wish somebody did for me. You don't have to pay me any rent. Only thing I want from you is two things. I'm going to pay my rent regardless. I'm going to pay my every shit that I'm going to always pay, I'm going to always pay it. You know what I'm saying? So the price ain't going to go up whether you're here or not. What goes up is the light bill. So you tricking in and out of my house. All I want is once a month, pay me $250. Once a month. You can have all the clients you want. I'm not asking you for a percentage because that's what when I was younger, that's what the girls would do. If you trick off in people's houses, they want 50% of your trick or 20% of your trick. They want to charge you every trick that you have. They want to give. I'm not doing that because then you're going to be stuck in my fucking house. And the goal is for you to get to your goals. And so I'm not trying to take your money. I'm not trying to pimp you. I'm not trying to do nothing. I work and I pay my bills and we good. So all I ask is that you give me $250 because for me, that $250 covers the bills that you take up for me. You don't know how to cook, so I'm going to be cooking. You're going to be eating my damn food. Lights go up. So $250 cover that. I thought it was more than fair. And anybody who I told this, they like, oh, bitch, you was being real nice. Because who is able to live in somebody's house? And I'm always gone. This is another thing. I'm always gone. I'm always at work because I work 40 hours a week. I'm always gone. So you really got my house to yourself and you can turn all the tricks you want. And all you got to do is give me $250 a month because that covers a light bill. So I'm not trying to make a profit off of you. I'm just want to cover whatever bills you got. Bills that you make me go up. I was like, and you can stay here as long as you want. But this is the rule. This is what I want you to give me, other than that $250. When you get your body done, you owe me some type of diploma. Now, you said you wanted to go to, because she told me she wanted to go to hair school. So what you owe me is you finishing hair school. If I let you stay with me while you get your body and face done, while you build your money up and get that shit finished, you owe me to go to hair school and get your license. Or whatever you decide, you owe me that. That's what you owe me. That's going to be my payment. You go do this more legitimate shit so you don't have to be a sex worker. Because when I was your age, I wish somebody had my back to be able to be stable so I can go do what I had to go do. So, this is the first trans girl that's coming in my orbit as a like a daughter-like situation. Other girls that was around me, they weren't coming in this close to me as like a daughter situation. So I'm like, oh, this little white girl about to be my daughter. She living with me. So cool. So this is the rule. All I need you to do is save your money. Don't bullshit your money off. Don't jack your money off. And when you get done with your body work, you give me some type of diploma. I want to go to a graduation. I want to go to some whatever it is. You got to go get boom. And so her choice was to go get her license as a cosmetologist because she knew how to do hair. She was really good at coloring. And so that was the T. That was the rule. That was the agreement we made. You gonna keep all of your money. Let's get you a bank account. Let's get you, make sure your ID is straight. I'm gonna teach you how to trick the people to get your F on your ID. I'm gonna get all your shit. I'm gonna help you get all your shit together so that you can save your money and then you can go to the doctors that you want to go. And she wanted to get silicone. So at this time, all the BBLs and shit wasn't popping. This is 2013. So folks were still going to get silicone. And I knew the silicone man. So she lived for my body. So she was like, yo, I want whatever you got. Because your shit is smooth. The color is nice. Everything. And it's soft. I want to go to wherever you go. And I was like, all right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get your body right. Then we're going to work on, we're going to do these all at the same time because the body is going to be quick. So that was the rules. Rules about living with me. I don't really have no rules about living with me. Long as the house ain't nasty. Long as you ain't eating up my snacks. Long as you when I'm trying to sleep, you ain't got a lot of noise going on. And I sleep heavy, so and how my apartment is made. It was this apartment. How my apartment is made. When I close my bedroom door, I can't hear shit that's happening in here. Baby Brandon used to be getting his cakes beat down, and I could not hear shit back in my room because the wall is so thick, I can't hear nothing. So I would have to literally open my door, then hear him fucking. But if I had my door closed, I wouldn't hear nothing. You didn't have to fly out anywhere for that. You didn't have to fly out anywhere. What do you mean? What's the question? I don't fly somewhere to get pumped? Yes. You had to go to Mexico. Is that the girl that put seal in her face from the other girls? Yes. So, all right. So this is like March. This is like March. Yeah, this is like March of 2013. So it's just me and her. It's just me and her, like March of 2013. Yeah. Yeah. So March of 2013. So, bam. Yeah, everything is for about 9 months. Everything is going good. So anytime, if you've been a sex worker, anytime you the new girl in a city and you sickening, you come to a city like a bomb. It's like when you that girl, and I never had seen it on the level that white bitches do. I'm a black girl. Shit get, yeah, we gonna eat, but when you a white girl, it's a whole different situation. Like I was able to witness the white girl situation, especially if you that typical white girl beauty. And so cuz she's skinny, and so think about all the rude niggas that would be into her, because if you into black girls, that's a particular niche, unfortunately. That's a particular niche. But if you the white girl, baby, this bitch was making, I was watching her make it. This was bitch was making about $5,000 a week. Now, for me, I don't know what nobody else was doing. When I was a sex worker, I wasn't making that much money. And we talking about that's on a bad week. That's on like a regular bad week. There'll be weeks where it was like boosting up, double that, where it just the bitch was cleaning. The bitch was cleaning. Now it would be some slow weeks where she making like unusually slow, where she would be making, 3,000. But then I done seen her multiple weeks throughout this 9 months where she done hit 5,000, 5,500, 4,500, like just hitting it. And I'm like, oh, this bitch cleaning up. This white bitch wearing it out. I live because she's doing what she's doing. She's stacking her money. We have no issue. The most negative thing about this girl is this bitch is playing The Weeknd over. Baby, she's playing The Weeknd and Lana Del Rey over and over and over. I hate The Weeknd. I kind of like Lana Del Rey, but I mean obsessive, y'all. The Weeknd was her tea. So I would wake up and I would hear The Weeknd songs over and over, over and over, back to back, back to back. Oh my God, bitch. Who the fuck is this? I hate this man's voice. Hated it. That was the most negative thing about her. She was clean, she was organized, she wasn't loud. All she do is sit on the couch and be on her phone, be on her computer. The Weeknd is the go. Ooh, no, man. Oh, they was white. Yes, they were white. Um, she was clean. She was cool. She was not. No, she was cool, but she was a kid. Like she was a white kid. So of course she had no political analysis. She was a kid. Um, This is 2013. So whatever was out that was popping, there was a song. I don't know what song that bitch was playing. Whatever came out 2013, it would be back to back. It wouldn't be no other song. She would play that um back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Yeah, baby, they were living. She was living for it. I thought he sounded like Michael Jackson a little bit. Um, it was something breathy, Michael Jacksonish, annoying. So, so fast forward to the 9th month. So 9 months is when the shit started to crumble. High from This was another hit from him. Whatever came, the main song that came out from The Weeknd in 2013, that year, whatever the song was, she played it over and over. He was a mainstay in the house. So anyway, I lived in this same apartment, and this girl from my hometown moved into my apartment complex. So a white girl from Indianapolis. Now, this is a girl who we don't have any negative history, but she is just a white girl from my city. I am a pro black ass bitch, so I don't hang around white girls. I don't fetishize them hoes. I ain't never looked up to no white bitch. I ain't never. White girls are like, I don't even think about them bitches. The bitches who I loved in my city was black girls. So I didn't really think about the white girls like that. Like, oh, there was only white girl in my vicinity that I lived for was this chick named Vicky St. James. And that's because she did drag and she just was the fishy girl, the slim, pretty fishy girl on the she did trans drag. And so when I was growing up, seeing her was like sickening. She was a sickening girl. And like Mimi Marks, but I wasn't any Monica Monroe. There was some white girls in the continental realm that was like, oh, but I wasn't in their vicinity. The girl who was in my vicinity was um, Vicky St. James. And so white girls didn't really do it for me. Like they didn't, that just wasn't what it is. So this was one of them girls um who kind of came up, and she was always with the black folks. I love me some Vicky. Yeah, Vicky had black boyfriends. She was just with the black folks. So it was just she was one of the people who was around. So it was cool. And another girl that I kind of liked, but I didn't really fuck with her like that was you remember what's her name? Samantha Sinclair. Samantha Sinclair, because Samantha kind of looked like Carmen Electra a little bit. So she was just a little bit. Especially when she was smaller. So she was kind of punishing a little bit. Erica Andrews. Yeah, I wasn't close with Erica Andrews anyway, but Erica Andrews, even though I consider her Latina, I don't really consider her white, but white Latina, that kind of deal. Raquel Lord was black, so I fuck with the Jasmine Bonets, the Raquel Lords, the any of the black girls in that era, in that early 2000s drag, late 90s drag, any of the black girls. Paris France. Well, she was early 90s, right? Um, but yes, any of the black girls I fuck with. But it wasn't no white girls in my vicinity that I really looked at. So Melissa, the white girl who moved into my apartment, her name was Melissa Stone. Melissa, I knew her. But I didn't really know her like that. She wasn't the type of person that I would like flock to, but I knew her. So when she moves into my apartment complex, you from my hometown, so of course I'm not gonna ignore you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if say somebody, we all the way in Houston, Texas. So somebody from your hometown move into the same apartment complex and y'all see each other, we have a moment like, hey, when did you move here? You know what I'm saying? It's just a moment. And so when we see each other, we say hey. When we you know what I'm saying? It's just a cool little moment. But she's not somebody that I'm gonna really get close to because I also know her through another homegirl. I had a homegirl named Vanessa. And I know her through a black homegirl named Vanessa. Now, Vanessa to me is like Vanessa grew up kind of with a middle class family, and she liked white girls like that. She like, she was a black girl that hung out with the white girls. Whitewash kind of black girl. And so, they used to do meth and shit. They used to do shit that I ain't into at all. So that was the white girl, meth girl crew. And they token black girl, which was Vanessa. But Vanessa started to get cool with the black girls. Once she started to feel the racism of the white girls, she started to get cool with the black girls. So she started hanging out. Vanessa end up moving in with Strawbella, and I end up meeting Vanessa. And we became friends. And Ty had already been her friend because I had moved away to go to Jackson State, and then I ended up coming back to Mississippi when I got custody of my brother. So y'all know all that part of the story. So me, Ty, and Vanessa was becoming already, y'all know I was already friends with Ty, but Vanessa started to be in the picture more because she started to hang out with the black girls in a way. So more often. So it started to be Ty and Vanessa. And then when Ty moved in with me, I saw Vanessa more often because all this kind of stuff. So I was learning about Melissa through Vanessa. And Vanessa had bad, racist, weird ass experiences with Melissa. So I was like, oh, so I'm never going to be this white girl's friend because I done heard so many weird ass shit about Melissa Stone that I'm never gonna be her friend. And I done heard so much shady shit. Calling the police on girls to get stung, like to get like locked up. Her just all kind of weird planting drugs, and all kinds of weird ass shit that she used to do to Vanessa, and just hating on Vanessa about their drag careers and all kinds of weird ass shit. So I knew I wasn't gonna never be her friend because yeah, no. I don't like white girls like that. So she moves into the complex, so I see her. So next thing I know, this white girl named Araya, Araya, Araya. Yeah, Araya. Araya, now me and Araya have history. She's a white. Araya moves in with Melissa. Now, the reason why she's staying with Melissa is because Melissa has turned into a pump lady. So there's a couple of things that has happened with Melissa over this time of us growing up as young trans girls in the city of Indianapolis to now we're grown trans girls in our 30s in Houston. She done got, she done got the potion. And she done been in the prayer line, almost being getting up out of here because not taking their meds, and she done almost been on the deathbed. So I done heard about that situation with her. But she done got healthy and moved to Houston. But she also done got pumped, and she's pumping. And so she done been through some shit to where she's trying to start her life over in Houston. And so she's a pump lady. And so these girls is dead, so I actually can talk about it. So Melissa done died, so I can actually freely talk about it. Okay, nothing happened. So she is also the pump lady that killed Strawbella. So if y'all remember the video of me shouting out Strawbella, me and Strawberry didn't we weren't cool when she passed away, but when we were younger, she was one of my girls. And so Melissa is the girl that pumped Bella that killed her. So imagine a white girl from your city kills a black girl from your city, and how that kind of like shapes like what is going on. You literally killed Bella. You pumped her and killed her. This is crazy. And you out free and ain't nobody snitching on you. Like, ain't nobody telling it. Ain't nobody talking about it. Even Bella's mama. Like, ain't nobody telling the tea. You literally killed her. And now you live in my apartment complex. And all of this happened in the process of the situation. Not on purpose. No, not on purpose. She didn't do it on purpose. No. She was pumping her. So shit goes wrong. One of the black girls, like it was like, it was a gag. I want y'all to understand that it was a gag. Gag on this is one of my oldest trans friends. And even though, we got beef or whatever, there's still a little place in my heart for her. And then this white girl who I never really fucking liked killed her, pumping her. Oh my God, it was a gag. And nobody get locked up because nobody who was involved in the situation is talking, is telling the tea. Even her mama, because her mama was getting pumped by this girl. So even her own birth mama. So it was a bunch of shit going on that was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. You kill Bella. This is late. So it was a gag. Yes, Starbella be a god. Starbella be a goddess. Yes. So I'm like, oh my God, this is so tired. This is late. It was just all of this was a gag to me. So mind you, this is all happening during this 9 months that Kristen lives with me. Me and Kristen have no problems. Zero. In 9 months, we have zero problems. None. She is almost a perfect roommate. She clean. When she has clients, but I'm always gone. She dope. She dope. She in the beginning, that first 9 months, everything's going good. She's stacking her money. We make it. She's showing me her account every fucking couple of weeks. She's showing me, look, Diamond, da 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 da. Come on, let's get the tickets to San Diego so we can go and get the Dr. Milena appointment or whatever. So we set the appointment in Tijuana for her to go get her body done the first time. Like, so we go and we go get her pumped. She getting some hips, so she feeling like that girl putting on booty shorts, still shaped like a fucking toothpick, but it's coming along. Like, you see her getting a little pump. She get her little booty done. She getting it together. So we end up going to get pumped twice. So I'm living for her. I'm living the goal that I had for her. She's doing it beautifully. It's working out. It's like, ooh, yes, I love this. I'm really proud of her because she's not bullshit. Now she started spending up because she's making so much money. She is kind of jacking off some of her money too. She's kind of jacking off some of it, but she's making so much money that it's like, girl, let the girls have fun. You know what I'm saying? I jack off some money too. So I'm not judging her or anything, but and plus she's putting it towards what she want to do. And so she's buying hair extensions from the luxury white girl hair extension place. It's just so much shit that she's doing. I'm living for it because it's just a little baby coming up, getting her fish life. It's just she's getting her life. And so I'm teaching her the rules about sex work, and she ain't getting busted. Like, she ain't. I'm like, if you follow my rules, you will never get busted. It does not matter if you follow my rules. It is what it is. So follow my rules. And so she never, the whole 9 months wasn't even close to getting busted because she followed my rules. We got the cheat code. You will never get busted if you follow my rules. And so she's following, never had no issues with cops, never had no issues with nothing. Just everything is just going good, going perfect. So go back. Araya, white girl named Araya, moves in to Melissa. So remember, white girl named Araya, Melissa Stone is the one from my hometown who killed Bella. So I'm giving you all these names so you can stay on track. So so now 2 trans girls live in my house, 2 trans girls live in her house. But I don't talk to them. I'm explaining all this because they is the white girls, and I don't really be fucking with white girls like that. And so I don't really be fucking with them. But remember, this is a white girl in my house from rural Texas. So she been around white people. So them is her people. Never forget, this is a white girl that I got in my house. So, Araya is living with her. Now, let me give you the history of me and Araya. So, back in the day, we used to be in Black Gay Chat. So, Black Gay Chat used to have chat rooms where it had the trans girl chat rooms, the butch queen chat rooms, and we used to be in the chat rooms just kikiing and roasting and getting on webcam and getting our life. So, in the chat room, I used to read Araya because Araya, honey, she looked like fucking Billy Bob Thornton with blonde hair. uh, and so, so she needed to fucking she needed some work, bitch. And so I used to read her because she used to be racist and reading people in. She's coming in black gay chat being racist, and she a white girl. So we used to read her. It wasn't just me, but we all used to read her because you know she's over the internet, so she feel like she can't be touched because you know we're on the internet. But you an escort, baby. You you in and out of different cities because you a sex worker. So we really can get you for real, if somebody really wanted to. But it's internet chat. Who gives a fuck? But I used to read her because she was a fucking racist. She would be in there calling the girls monkeys, calling them N words, and just being that racist ass white girl. So when she moves in with Melissa, I tell Christian, be careful, sweetie. She's a racist. And we'll get you together, baby. So I know I'm just telling you, don't trust every girl. I'm telling you, the girls will wear you out. They will put you in situations where you are not safe. So be careful. Not only is she a racist, but you just can't be trusted. There's many people who have told me they have had negative experiences with her on the road and doing stuff and blah 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 blah. So I need you to be careful. I'm not telling um I'm not telling you what to do because you a grown ass motherfucker, but I'm telling you to be careful. And um and Melissa, she just killed Bella. So I need you to be careful. We already going to Mexico, baby. So you see my body. My body is soft. Ain't no discoloration. I'm just everything is just right, bitch. So I'm taking you to the right people. So you ain't got to worry about getting hard silicone. You ain't got to worry about getting any kind of discoloration. I'm taking you to the right people. So do not break your neck and be stupid and get pumped by this girl. Don't let any of that shit happen. We going to the legitimate people. We done been there. Everything's good. So remember, I'm usually at work. So while I'm at work, she's walking over to these white girls' house and she's getting indoctrinated. She's over there talking to them, getting all kinds of conversations with them. And I'm like, every time I come home from work, I'm like, I know, don't let that girl pump you. I know she got access to silicone, but also when you're a silicone pump doctor, it is actually good for your business to pump a pretty girl like Christian. So if you pump her and it turns out good, that's perfect. She's a walking billboard for you because you can say, I did her. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of girls, I remember when I was in Jackson and I first got pumped because I was the popular Jackson State trans girl. Tracy wanted to pump me. Like she wanted to pump me because I was a walking billboard. I did the Jackson State trans girl. So she pumped me and it was cool. But that's they want to give you the work, the good work, because they will benefit from it. So she wants to pump Christian so that she can use her as a first of all, she's already sickening. So if she's already sickening, when somebody sees her and they say, oh, she pumped her, oh, you pumped her and she looks loved. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, so next thing I know, well, when did it switch? So this is around December. Was this December? This is like no March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, it had to be December. Yeah, so early December. Now, mind you, I work retail, so y'all know November, December, January is Christmas time. So this is the slave labor sweat house. If anybody who has worked retail for Christmas and you're in like a management position, baby, slave. So I mean, floor sets all the time, long ass hours, long ass lines, annoying ass customers. That's the worst. Just to give you an idea, in retail, you make more money during the Christmas quarter than you do all the other 3 quarters combined. That's how crazy Christmas time is in a retail store. Like spring, summer, fall, and then you have Christmas. You make more money in this Christmas time than you do in all the other 3 combined. That's how crazy retail is. So this is smack dab in the middle of November, December. So I'm barely coming home. And when I come home, I'm drained and tired and going to sleep. So one time I am at work and Melissa Stone, the girl from my hometown, the white girl from my hometown, comes into my store and she buys some candles and we talking and I'm actually about to get off of work. And I go to and when I'm about to get off of work, she was like, oh, since she lives in my apartment complex, she's like, hey, I'll take you home. I said I get off in like 30 minutes. She was like, oh, I'll wait around. I go because we're at like a outside mall. She was like, I'll just shop around and then I'll come back when it's 30 minutes when it's time for you to get off. And I was like, okay, great, boom. So we live in the same complex, so it was common sense. Now, have I ever drove somewhere with her? No. Do I know her? Absolutely. So this wasn't a big deal for me. So we get in the I get in her car. 30 minutes later, I get in her car and we are driving home. This is my first mistake. My own personal mistake in the situation. So we are talking about Christian, and I can't remember the context of what I'm talking about, but I'm giving her some type of gripe, and it's a legitimate gripe. Like Christian is doing something that is annoying me. There's something that's going on with her that's annoying me. Something that is new to the situation that's happening. And I'm not really understanding. And I'm talking to Melissa about it. And this isn't a big deal. So it's not like I'm confiding in her. It's just we're talking. We're talking about Christian on my way home from work. And I'm telling her some kind of small gripe that I have about Christian. This is my mistake. I shouldn't be telling her what's going on in my house. But it felt to me in the moment, it felt so minor that it didn't feel like it felt so minor. So I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about any kind of repercussions of it because it was so minor. But this is my first mistake. I shouldn't have did this. I should have rolled home and we just chatted, da 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 da. But for whatever reason, I say something about the small gripe that I have with Christian. So this is like November, and then it's headed into December. And so Kristen comes over, Kristen's just home, and it started to be where when I would come home, Kristen wouldn't be at the house. Kristen wouldn't be home, which was abnormal. But it started to be where she wasn't coming to the house. Like she wasn't coming home from being over their house. Same apartment complex, but she would come and turn her tricks, but she wouldn't. It was just strange. Like it was just something was going on where I didn't see her, which was abnormal. But I'm like, oh, she done got cool with the white girls. So her and Araya, the racist white girl, they decide to go to Dallas on a double hoe trip. She comes and talks to me, and I tell her, I don't think you should do this. Uh, are y'all sharing a room? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I would get separate rooms because you need your own space and you need to be able to follow your rules in your own space. And then she do whatever she do in her own space. When y'all bunk together, if she breaking the rules and you get busted, you going to jail too. So you need to get your own room so that you can have your own space so you can be separate from her. And so I'm just trying to teach you the game. Like that's just what it is. If y'all living in the same room and y'all both don't follow the rules, it can get spicy. So she like, yo, all right, yeah, da 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 da. She didn't take my advice. They shared a room trying to save money. I'm like, bitch, that's not how you save money. Yeah, y'all split the room, but that's pennies, bitch. You about to go to a city and you gonna be the new girl in that city. We know how you clean up here, bitch. You gonna clean up there. You ain't get your own room, so you ain't even gotta wait for her to stop. When you share rooms, you gotta wait. Y'all clashing in regards to when clients is coming, when clients is going, and it's so much shit. When you got your own shit, you ain't gotta worry about her. So don't, and this gonna make you miss money that you're saving from splitting the fucking bill. So, bitch, get your own room. She did not listen to me. And exactly what I said was happening. Kristen is more of a pushover because she young. So Araya older. So Araya is kind of bullying her and like her clients taking precedent. She taking forever. So Christian is missing money because she not getting the client in and out. She caking with the fucking client. So Christian is calling me, telling me what's going on. Like, girl, every time I have a date, I can't turn the date because she's staying in there for longer with her date. And I was like, bitch, this is why. So you need to get you a room. But she wasn't listening because she letting this bitch influence her. So next thing you know, client come in and our Araya ain't following the whole rules. She ain't following the whole rules. And boom, it's a police. It's a cop. And so they search the room. Kristen is in the fucking closet hiding, in the bathroom hiding. And they bust both of them. And so they lock both of them up. So now she got to call her mama, the one that kicked her out. So she got to call her mama to get her to help get her out of jail. Because, you know, she's a 19-year-old girl. So now we in the jail. So I need to call my mama. I can't call Diamond because Diamond is in, you know, Houston going to work and da 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 da. I need to call my mama because, you know, that's your default as you're a kid when you're in the trouble. So she calls her mother and her mother calls me. And she says, did you know she was up there prostituting? Do you have my child prostituting? I can't believe you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. My son prostituting his body. And oh, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you. And I'm like, hold up, bitch. Your son, aka your daughter, would not even be living with me if you wouldn't have kicked them out because they were trans. So you can suck the dark side of my asshole because I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. You're not my mama. And so if I done took care of your child this whole fucking 9 months when you kicked them out on the street. Since it's your son been out on the street and you ain't called and checked, talked to me, checked on him, you ain't did nothing to check to see what's going on with him and the people that he lived with. So you don't know nothing about me and your child down here in Houston, and you don't know nothing about me. You ain't even tried to contact me at all to see what's going on. So you really don't give a fuck about your child. So don't get on my phone acting self-righteous, like you the righteous parent and blah 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 blah. Your child was broke, needed a place to stay, and I let her stay. Now, what she do on her own time, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not no hoe. I'm not no prostitute. I work. So, bitch, fuck you. So we have the ugliest conversation on the phone. But when I read her like that, she calmed that shit down. But we get Christian, she go up there and get Christian out of jail. And drives her back to her house. But she also is like, you not being a girl in my house. So Christian takes her ass and get a cab and come back to my house. So Kristen tell me what go on. I was like, bitch, did not tell you. I told you she don't follow the rules and she gonna throw you under the bus. She's not gonna care about your money. I told you the bitch was shady and you didn't listen to me. I told you she was shady and I told you not to go up there doing what you need to do. And so she was like, yeah, you was right, blah 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 blah. Now she's gonna try to blame it on you like she ain't grown. So yeah, so she, if you're watching, make sure you thumbs up if you are still if you haven't thumbs up yet. So now I'm like, what's going on? Like, she's acting fucking weird, y'all. Like, it's something. Remember this early December, and she's just acting weird to me. She just start to act weird. She starts to be weird, and it starts to be late. Something starts to happen where it just my antenna is going off with her. Like this, you starting to act funny, you moving funny, you not moving like your normal self, you being real secretive, or she just started moving funny. She started moving like a Karen. She started moving like a bitch you can't trust. And she never gave that. She always gave innocent little girl that trusts you. Like you can tell when a little kid kind of trusts you, like, oh, you the new mom now. Now she's giving an energy that's like she don't trust what I'm saying. And I'm like, where is this coming from? It gotta be these white bitches. I'm feeling some different vibe from you. And it's not like I'm never gonna tell her wrong. I'm on her side. But what I don't know, maybe being locked up did something to her. No. It wasn't this was happening before then. But the reason why it was happening before then is because basically how Melissa did was when I was griping to Melissa used what I said to her to manipulate Kristen. That car ride, right? So when she went back to Kristen, what she was telling Kristen was, girl, Diamond is about to kick you out, girl. Diamond is about to kick you out and you ain't gonna have nowhere to go. She trying to be nice to you, but she really is tired of you being there. And you need to figure something out before you be on the streets again. Because she told me that she was tired of you living there. So she took what I said and embellished and exaggerated it. Because I never said that I wanted her to get out. I was just making a gripe. It was something about I can't remember what it was about. I can't remember. It was something small because remember I said we didn't really have any issues, but it was something small. Like I remember it might have even been her playing the weekend all the time. It was something small. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something really, really small. It just I was griping. I had just got off of work and was in a tired and oh, I gotta go home and listen to this shit. I think it was something like that, something small. But she made it to Christian a big deal. And so she told Christian, well, you can move in with me and you can turn tricks. If she kicked you out, you can turn tricks over here, but I need $50 every trick. Now she went old school on her. Now, mind you, she don't know what deal that I have with Christian. Now, Christian got a key to my house because she live here. So she can turn tricks at my house all she want. But because she done let her get in her mind, she feels like I'm uncomfortable with her at the house. So she's turning tricks at her house, paying her $50 every trick. Now, remind you, I told you she was cleaning up. So imagine you giving $50 to this chick every time you turn a trick at her house. How much money she making off of you. So one day I come home. Now it's break time, and I come home and Christian done packed up her stuff and moved it into the apartment, in her apartment with her and Araya. And so she comes in the house. She doesn't know that I'm there because I either get off early, something happens where she comes in the house and she had moved all her stuff out. And I was like, what's going on? And she says, oh, I'm just going to stay over with Melissa and I'm just going to stay over there and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And so in my brain, I'm like, this is kind of coming out the blue. She was acting weird, but I was like, oh, she's just connecting with the white girls. And so in my brain, that's what I chalked it up to. Like, I'm black as hell. She's connecting. And so I was like, okay, cool. I got my house back to myself. It is what it is. So something happens. I don't know what happens over there. I don't know what happens over there, but something big happens. Like her and Araya get into it. Not her and Melissa, but her and Araya get into it. And she ended up giving me my key. Of course, not end up. She gave me my key when she left. But she comes knocking on my door and she done got into it with Araya. And I'm like, what is going on? And I open the door and she's crying and she comes into the house and she's crying like, oh, something's happened. I don't know what, because she's crying. And I was like, I'm not even worried about what happened because I'm actually pissed off at her because we were such on a roll to get her where she needed to be that I'm kind of pissed off that she would go over to these white girls because we were her bank account was looking love. You ain't gotta pay. At this point, in this moment, I don't know what she's doing over there. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Like, I don't know what the deal that she was charging her $50 every client. I don't know what went on. I just thought in my brain that she just resonated with the white girls and she went over there. So when she comes in crying and telling me there's a big issue, I was like, Christian, why did you even fucking go over there? Like, you could have stayed with me. What the fuck are you, what? Why did you even go over there? Like, all these fucking issues, this bitch done got you locked up. Now y'all over there fighting. Why did you even go over there? Like, what is happening? And she started bursting out crying. She was like, I thought you hated me. What are you talking about? And this is literally how I'm talking to her. I'm like, Christian, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, they said that blah, blah, blah. She went into this whole story that Melissa told her. And I now I'm putting two to two together. I'm putting the car ride together, and I'm putting the slowly weird shit that Christian was doing, all of this stuff together. I was like, so she manipulated you into thinking that I was against you, and you listened to her. I was like, Christian, you done lived with me for 9 months. When have I ever not been a upfront bitch with you about any issue that I had with you? Any issue, because this is the truth. Even though I was griping to her, I told Christian any other gripes because I'm a direct ass bitch. And I don't be intimidated in my own fucking house, bitch. If I want something, if I don't like something, I'ma fucking say it. This my motherfucking shit, bitch. So there ain't no intimidation. You ain't gonna whoop my ass, bitch. What the fuck? So I'm sitting there telling her, Christian, if I had any issue with you, I would have told you. Don't I always tell you? You live with me for 9 months with no issue. How the fuck you let these bitches get in your head? Now, I'm pissed off because maybe I shouldn't have had the conversation with her, because I did have a conversation with her about this small little thing. But why the fuck would you think that I hate you? Oh, I don't know. And I'm sorry. I just didn't understand. Very white girl shit, child. I was like, bitch, go get your shit and bring your shit back over here and stop fucking them with them white bitches. I told you, them bitches is shady. Stop fucking with them white bitches. And why you over there? Why you over there? Why you over there? So this whole time she crying, she has some glasses and hoodie on. And I was like, bitch, go over there and get your shit and yeah, go over there and get your shit. When she come back over here with her little suitcases and come back over here, she take her hoodie off and her cheek look like this. And I look at her face and I am mortified. Christian, you let her pump your face? I know, I shouldn't have did that. So in this moment, I am mortified because you just let them. I didn't want her to be. I don't want to make it seem like it worse than what it was, so she could be insecure about it. But this bitch took you from fish to tranny. That old school ugly ass pump like a diamond. Pump right here, pump right here, pump right here. That old school tranny pump. And it has, to me, it had ruined her. I may be extreme, but it turned her into a tranny and not just a regular pretty girl. Just regular. You didn't need this on your face. You already had high cheekbones. You didn't, all you needed really, if she had got FFS, all she needed was a little bit of brow pump. I call that piece of face pump. I call it a diamond because they do a diamond. They do a silicone here, silicone in the cheeks, and silicone here. So do. So I call it a diamond. Long ass fucking chin. Yeah, moon face. I'm like, bitch, why the fuck did you do that? It was so annoying to me. It pissed me off, and she didn't like it. Now, it wasn't to the bad. She wasn't deformed or nothing, but she didn't need the shit that she had got done, and she just didn't need it. Baby, she could have got a little brow bone touch, a little jawline, and the jawline was the kind of modelistic jawline. You didn't really need to touch it. It's that kind of cute, angular jawline that still fish. So she done let this bitch talk. Not only, so I was like, you done let these bitches just every fucking thing that I now done turned into Black Mama. Every fucking thing that I fucking taught you, you done let these white bitches come in and just destroy whatever mentality that they done convinced you that I hate you. They done convinced you to fucking touch your fucking face. And I told you that is not a place where you are weak. Your face is strong in the positive way. Your face is your money. Your face is the where you at. That's your strong point. It was your body that you needed. Yeah, you can get some tweaks later, but right now you didn't need shit. And these bitches, they look like monsters. They look like punk monsters. You was the one, bitch. You didn't need none of that shit. So then I'm like, and you don't let these bitches, are you even making money over there? Like how are you turning your tricks? She was like, oh, she charges me $50 for every client. So you giving this bitch $50 every client. And you all you had to do is pay me $250 a month for the light bill. And you paying her $50, I know that was more than $250. Because I know how many clients you have a week. She was like, yeah, but I thought you were mad at me. And bitch, even on the strength of business, you should have came and said, Diamond, I don't know what's going on. What I need to do to change, bitch, because I don't want to be paying this bitch $50 a month. I'm teaching you how to be a hustler, ho, about your money. Even if you would have came to me, what I need to change, Diamond, because I ain't trying to pay this bitch $50 every client, because I'm losing money with these hoes over here. So what I need to change to make this thing, what we need to talk. Let's talk this through. Stop being fucking scary with conversations. Say what's on your fucking mind. You could have came and asked me what's going on, but you believe in what these white bitches that I told you not to trust say about me. The fuck are you doing? And so we got it all clear, all the shit clear and what's going on. So we get our shit back on track. Back on. Stop talking to these bitches. Stop engaging with these bitches. These bitches are your enemy. They are late and tired. Leave that shit alone. So I let her come back in and everything gets back to normal. But now we got two holes in the side of the complex and her in mine. So she started telling her homeboy, she got a gay friend from her little hometown, which is Spring, Texas, which is like a suburb of Houston. She got her little gay homeboy. He would come over. And he was cool. He was just a little twink. And so we got back to normal. Next thing happened was my son Brandon. This is the very first time that Brandon has to move in with me. So you laid out how beautiful she is in the very beginning, and now we're here finding out she touched her face. Yes, that's the truth. It was so devastating to me. So now when we get this, now what we gonna do? We're gonna have to get this silicone out your face. She don't even pump with the right silicone. It wasn't bad silicone, but it wasn't the soft kind. There's different types of silicone. So you got the silicone that's gonna get hard and turn your skin black. That's when they use like the Fix-A-Flat and the caulking shit out of like that weird ass silicone. But then there's a food grade silicone um a food grade silicone that it stays soft, but it ain't the best. It ain't the best. Then you got the medical grade silicone that is like the best. Anyway, so my gay son moves in with me. We supposed to me and Brandon's story in this moment is a whole different story, but he ended up moving in with me. And so now it is me, Brandon, and Kristen living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Now I have a den and I have a living room. So Kristen is living in the living room, and Brandon is on my futon in the den. And so Brandon is y'all know Brandon. Brandon is stereotypical gay, loud black gay, gay as hell, loud black agate. Gay as hell, faggoty as hell, messy, girl 1 2 3 gay and black, gay and black, gay and black. The spicy kind. And so Christian is not you. Christian actually has bad experiences with this type of gay male. So he's the type of gay male that she did not live for when she was in school. And so they clash. They really, really clash. So not to the point initially where they twirling, but they just clashed. The energy in the house was off. Not with me, but with each other. Clash, 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 clash. He was real spicy. He was real reedy. Like he would read her about her feet. He was doing typical black gay shit. Now I'm used to it. I'll read you back. You know what I'm saying? So we get to oh, Miss Diamond Girl. You know, we'll be playing the dozens and get to reading back. I'm used to that. I know how the queens get, so we read. We can wear it out. But she's a white girl who didn't grow up in the culture, so it would literally hurt her little feelings because now he's reading her. Oh, Miss Christian girl, you think because you a white girl that girl, baby. These motherfucking Fred Flintstone feet girl, these Barney Rubbles. Just reading her down and just triggering her dysphoria, and she don't know how to read. That's not really her tea. So it's really late. It's really late. So she is really annoyed. Where I had to sometimes catch her, be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. And we laughing and joking. It just turned into a thing. But what we didn't know is that it was turning into more of a thing than we actually thought that it was. It was festering in her to where she was really not liking Brandon. Like really, like for real, not liking him. And so it got to the point where once I seen it starting to get serious, I kind of get in. I was like, Brandon, shut the fuck up. Like, stop talking to her. Like, y'all need to stop talking to each other. Like, stop playing. She doesn't like playing like that. So stop doing that shit. Where I had to, at first, I was playfully about it too. But once I seen that it was getting weird, like where they almost was, she was never bucking up against Brandon to try to twirl him. But once I seen that it was really late to her, I was like, shut the fuck up. Like I would tell him, leave her alone. So Brandon was fucking around with Jabari. So Jabari has been on the show. A trans man that I interviewed that was in the tech. Really cute, light skin, into tech. I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but Jabari. He went viral one time on World Star. Anyway, Jabari, Brandon was fucking around with Jabari. Jabari lost his virginity to Brandon. And so they had been hooking up and having a good time. Now, trans man. Now, Brandon, because Brandon lived in California and Jabari lived in California at the time. And so now Brandon is very problematic. Brandon is problematic. He can say something that's real transphobic. So when he's talking about hooking up with Jabari, he is talking about Jabari in a way that to Kristen is really transphobic. He was like, "Oh, that's my little calling him pussy pocket, like his just all this kind of not affirming language around Jabari." Now, in Jabari's face, he's given he, him, he, him, he, him. But when the way Brandon talks about Jabari behind his back is very not affirming. And so one time, Kristen, while Brandon is talking about Jabari, Kristen records Brandon in the house talking about Jabari and then sends it to Jabari. So Jabari hits up Brandon and talks hella shit to Brandon about this is how you fucking talk to me and blah 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 blah. But Jabari doesn't give Brandon the tea of who told him that. He's screenshotting, but he's not telling the person who it is. So Brandon don't know who it is. Nobody know who it is at this point. And so, but Jabari is cussing him out and saying just they're getting into it. And so Jabari ended up blocking him and this whole little issue. So now that she lives with me, Araya Araya, the white girl who got busted with her in Dallas, that I used to read in the black gay chat room back in the day because she was racist. Clock these connections. Araya is in the chat room. We are somewhere. I think we're still in the black gay chat room, and she gets on camera. We all on camera, and we're in there, and she gets to talking about my house. Like Araya gets to talking about my house, and the way she's talking about it is as if she had been in my house. And I was like, only way she could have came into my house is if Christian let her in because Christian had the key. Do you see what I'm saying? So I was like, when did you come to my house? And she was like, yeah, I went over there and Christian brought me over there and your house was nasty and blah blah blah. So from this is from what she tells me. This is during the time that it was in middle, remember before all this stuff happened, it was in the middle of retail season, Christmas season. And so I guess this was one of these days where we hadn't cleaned up or something. That's the way it described it because, honey, I'm come in from work, lay back down, get back up, go to work, that kind of deal. So I hadn't cleaned up or something. And she was reading how nasty my house was. And I was like, our house ain't never nasty. So what are you talking about? This must have been something where I don't really know what happened, what it was. And so I asked Christian, I say, what is she talking about? And she was like, oh, I had brought her over here one time and the kitchen was dirty. Why did you bring somebody that you know that I don't fuck with into my house? So it turns into a whole thing. Araya, not Mariah, Araya. Aria. Araya. Araya. Um, and it turns into this big thing where I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Is this when you called all those set decoration for me before I came and got them? Yes, this is when I had all of those. And so I had that's another thing. She was talking about it was all kinds of stuff in my house. I had all kinds of stuff in my house because it was Christmas time. And so I was like, so now you got this bitch in this chat room reading me because you let somebody in my house that I told you I don't want none of them bitches in my house. And so you now you have this is the first time that you have betrayed me for these bitches. But I didn't know any of this because this is before all the shit went down. This happened in December. So when you were thinking that I hated you, you were bringing the girl in my house. So you had that once shit, any kind of disloyal shit is happening. Oh, baby. Now it's pissing me off. So, but that was the last draw. But let me tell you what was going on that made that the last draw, what was building up to that. So this is like April. We actually go get my FFS done in March. In April, okay, so remember I said that shit happened in December. December, January, February, March, April. Okay, so this 4 months is beginning of 2014. I don't like you. I know you don't like her. Don't bring them. Right. So this is the 4 months in between 2014. That first quarter of 2014. So the go to jail with the white girl happened in December. And also remember in December is when she brought her to my house before the go to jail situation, before she was crying and saying, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought you hated me." So while she was thinking I hated her, remember I told you she wouldn't come into the house? She was bringing them bitches to my house because she had a key and I thought she lived there. So, so that happened in December. I forced her to get out of their house because they got into it, forced her to come back and stay with me. So this is January, February. So January, February is slow time for hoeing. Like anybody been in the whole game. January, right after like Christmas, bitches, motherfuckers is broke. And so January, February kind of slow. And so Kristen, she remember this has been like a year, so she's not the new girl no more. So her coins done dwindled down. She ain't making the money that she was making early last year. She not the new girl no more. So she broke. And remember, them girls was dwindling her money. But now that she back, she done lost her newness. So she not making no money no more. So I'm like, all right, well, now it's time for you to get a job. Yo, it's time to get a job. We grown. Like, bitch, the new lesson is you get a job, you still turn your tricks, but you get a job. So I say, all right, so let's go to Workforce Solutions. Now, mind you, I got a job. And if I have some clients, I'm gonna turn some tricks too. So that's another life lesson, baby. You need to have multiple streams of income. You can get a job, you can be hoeing, da da da. When the hoeing ain't bringing all the coins in, baby, you get a job just to take care of your basic, and then you hoe. So we take her to this place in Houston. I'm pretty sure it's other places too, but it's called Workforce Solutions. And so you go in there, you give them your resume, and they hook you up with jobs. They send you out to interviews. They do like work fairs and all this kind of stuff. Do they have it in y'all area? Let me know. Hey, what's up? It's 70 people in here. Hey, make sure you got thumbs up. Welcome. We are telling a story about me letting a white little young white trans girl live with me. And we're coming towards the bad part. And so we go into the work solutions. And now mind you, she's young. She's like at this point she done this is a year later, so she either has turned 20. I think she has turned 20 because she's been with me for a year at this point. So she's not 19 no more. So she done turned 20. And so we go into this place. This is a young trans girl who's never been in no work situation. So I teach her what she's supposed to do for interviews. So I'm an old school girl. I'm a millennial. So I grow up where we ain't got all the shit that y'all got now in regard to jobs. So when you go to interviews, you dress modestly, you dress in business professional. It's a certain way you dress when you go to. You put your best foot forward when you going into a job situation. So I'm giving her I'm giving her what I learned growing up in regards to interviews. You look good, you look professional, you look good, you look professional, you look yeah, let me show you how to do it. You don't have too much makeup on. You look, if you're trying to get through, let me show you how to do it. I know how to do this. So let's go. So I get her resume together. I bring her to the workforce. The people is like, yo, you job ready right now. But she's nervous because she is a young trans woman who hasn't been in the world. So when you young, you don't necessarily have the confidence that comes with your older when you done navigate the world. So she's scared to get clocked. She's scared about, how when you young, she's kind of shy. Not shy because she's naturally shy, but just shy because I'm a trans woman coming into a space that I don't know nothing about. Who are you a child of in the Orisha religion? Ogun. Um, so so she says, so she's nervous. She was like, oh, what if they clock me? And you can tell she is nervous. She's never been in this situation. You and me, you need to refresh because you too far back. You need to refresh the thing because you're not in the right time. um so so I'm telling her, I'm boosting her up like, bitch, you a bad bitch. Bitch, your mug is sickening. I know you done got it pumped, but it's still sickening enough to get through. Let me show you how to do this. You regular makeup, you ain't gonna get clocked. Don't worry about it. Just be fish. Let's go. But she hadn't got no name change, but girl, be sickening. Don't worry about it. And she does have like a classic boy name. so But I'm like, it's about how you present. Don't worry about it. So I go up there with her. I'm looking professional. I'm going up there like a mentor, and we're talking. I sit with her while she's waiting for. What happened is they give you like a caseworker, and then you give them your resume, and they try to put you with different stuff. And so the lady will, your caseworker will see what works with your experience. And if you don't have anything, they'll send you just to just random ass places or whatever. So me and her is sitting at this desk waiting for her caseworker, and we're sitting there, and she's nervous, so she kind of shaking or whatever. And I'm like, girl, I'm rubbing her little hand. Don't worry about it. Like, don't be nervous. This ain't even a fucking job interview. This is your caseworker. She gonna help you, so don't worry about it. And so next thing we know, the dude who checks you in. He goes over and brings the caseworker to us while we sitting there. And so he brings her over and it's a short black lady, cute. She's probably in her 40s or late 30s at this time. I'm in my early 30s. She's like in her late 30s, early 40s, somewhere around there. And so when she comes up, the dude says, "Hey, this is Kristen. Um, And yeah, this is gonna be your new case. She's looking for a job, she's looking for work, young, ready to work, blah 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 blah. And yeah, will you take care of her? And the lady says, it actually would be my honor to take care of her. Especially she done came in here with diamonds, the diamond Stylz. So I'm like, what's going? Who are you? How you know me? Because I'm coming in. I'm also a trans woman. So I'm like, I don't want to get her clocked. They like I'm 100% passable too. So I'm coming in this situation. Now I'm more confident than her, but I'm also like, ooh, I don't want to get her clocked either. So when this lady who I don't know come out and say that, I'm like, what does that mean? And so I'm like, oh, she was like, come on, you can come back too. You can come back too. So we go back to her office and I'm like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, how you know me? And she was like, oh, you helped me get through my divorce. I saw a video of you when you talked about your divorce. Do y'all know the video that I have on here called My Divorce? She watched that and she was like, me and you have a similar situation. I'm not trans, but we have a similar situation where we was in this situation with a man who was taking care of everything and blah, 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 blah. And when you told that story, I was searching for people talking about their divorce and I found you and I start being a listener to your situation. So I've been listening to you since 2010 or whatever she said, whenever that video came out, that's how she found me. And so she was like, so hell yeah, you my girl. I'm gonna take care of her. We gonna get her a job. Oh, one of the allies, my sickening. I live. So you ain't even gotta be nervous, bitch. she gonna look out for you. Don't worry about it. This is sickening. So now a weight is off the shoulder. We got a cis ally here who fuck with me the long way. Cool. So she gonna look out for you. She gonna get you some jobs. Blah 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 blah. She was like, all right, now you tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you, what I got for you. She was like, now there's this one job that is guaranteed. If I send you there and I give them the okay, you guaranteed to get the job. But you might not necessarily like it, but it's a job and it's something that you can get, that you can work until we find you something else that you can do. If you give me time, I can find you something else. But this job, it's a factory job that no matter who I send to them, if they know you fuck with me, you will get the job. So you guaranteed if you come during this time, this was early April. So the appointment for the job, the guaranteed job, was April 26th. So, but she says, I'm going to send you on interviews between now and April 26th, just to jobs that you tell me that you super, super interested in. I need you to fill out this profile, and then I will send you to the jobs to get interviews. So that's what happened. So this is the scenario. She go into interviews to jobs that she interested in. If she doesn't get them in between the time we go see her, this is like early April. In the time we see her, we go then if she doesn't get any of those jobs at April 26th, that job 100% will hire her, but it won't be some glamorous job. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, by April 26th, she's gonna have a job. But she has to go to interviews in between that to see other jobs that she might be more interested in, to see if she gets them. So she goes to different interviews, and it's just good experience for her to go to interviews and talk, just so she's not nervous. So I make her go on all these interviews. Not make her, but I tell her to go to interviews. And so she goes to like 3 different interviews between then and the 26th. So each one of the interviews, she doesn't get hired because she doesn't really have any experience. And so it's kind of I don't want to say fucking with her self-esteem, but fucking with her confidence. But yeah, she doesn't get a yes from these jobs because there were like different salons because she wanted to do hair. And so it was like different little salons that she wanted to work at, but she didn't get them because she didn't have no experience and she was young. She was 20. And so they needed more experience and blah 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 blah. So she didn't get the job, but she got the experience of going on interviews 3 different times. And we knew even if you don't get these jobs, we know guaranteed the lady said on the 26th that job is definitely gonna hire you. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. We good. So all right, this is springtime at my job. And it doesn't slow down because it's not Christmas. So this is one of the slowest times of the season. And so this is April. It's the end of springtime. Everything is slow. Ain't nothing going on. Bullshit like that. And in the situation, I'm feeling good. I'm bored. I'm not drained at work. I'm actually feeling good. Everything is dope. Everything is good. So I'm actually not paying attention to Kristen too much. I sometimes I ask her different stuff. Um and I have recently found out about the situation that happened in December about her bringing that girl in my house. So my vibe with her has changed. I'm not being mean or anything to her, but I guess you could say a little distant. I still want her to win. I'm still making sure she going to the 3 interviews that she had. I know we got an interview coming up in April, but the conversations more is turning into, all right, we got to find you an apartment. You know what I'm saying? It's not turning into, it's not like it used to be where you can stay forever. It's not turning into that. It's turning into, all right, baby, we got to figure you something out. Once you get a job, we're going to figure how to get you a place. All that kind of shit. So the tone is changing because now you done proved yourself to be disloyal to me. And I don't like that. That's one of my pet peeves. If I've done nothing to you and I can't trust you in my house, I don't like snakes in my house. I don't like riding in car with snakes because snakes bite. I know snakes bite. And it's only a matter of time if you got a snake running around your car that it's gonna bite you. I don't like that. So fast forward to she didn't get the 3 interviews, she didn't get the job, but fast forward to April 26th. Well, actually, fast forward to April 28th. Because I'm not paying attention to her, I forget that she got the little shit on April 26th. So April 28th, I say, I'm sitting on my computer and the lady from Workforce Solutions hit me up on YouTube in the message section. And she was like, girl, why Kristen didn't come to I had her a job ready and she didn't even show up. Man, why she didn't come? So now it dawns on me, this is the 28th. And she was supposed to do this on the 26th. And I'm at my computer and she's laying on this couch, not this one, another one, but she's laying like this, literally different couch, but just like this. And I have a desk over here. And I'm sitting at the desk and I'm on the computer and I read the message. And I turn around and look at her. I was like, Christian, you didn't go to the workforce interview for the job? And she says, oh no. Why you didn't go to that? And she says, oh, I had a few clients So I didn't really need to go. I've been having more clients. So now, what's annoying me, now you kind of messing up. In my how I take this is we learn that we got to connect at the workforce solution place to jobs. And you are not being reliable to our connect. And that's making me look bad. Like I'm bringing some bullshit ass people to the lady that's trying to get them jobs. So if I ever have another situation where I need to bring somebody to her to get a job, she gonna think that I'm bringing bullshit motherfuckers with no follow through. That's how I took it. Now that might be weird for me to think that. Well, not weird. It's logical, but that's putting me and my reputation at the center of the situation. But it annoys the fuck out of me. I just gotta be truthful about it. I feel like this lady said that she fuck with me the long way, so I want to keep this open. So if somebody else need a job, I can bring them to her. And then you just basically left her hanging. That pissed me off. It pissed me off. It annoyed the fuck out of me. And I'm like, bitch, but yeah, you have clients, but you having bullshit ass clients. And you still need a job because your clients ain't coming fast like they used to. You had a couple of clients. We know how hoeing is. When it gets back to that normal, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So what the fuck is going on? And we're getting into this FOSFA and SEPTA age where they're flagging all the time, flagging ads and all these kind of situations. So, sweetheart, you got to find you somewhere to go. Because now you done pissed me off. Because one of the reasons why she needed to get a job is because she owed me money. She made the clients and she paid it, but we see what's happening. We see the trend. It's getting worse and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. So at this point, with the betrayal, we're bringing a girl to my house and me finding out about it 3 months later. She's getting back cool with Melissa. Araya don't live with Melissa no more because they fell out. So Araya done went on by her business. But she getting back cool with Melissa after I told you that she was played you. All this shit is my late. Next thing I know, Brandon comes in the house and Jabari done told him who was the person that told. Oh, wait. I tell her she need to get out. She packed her stuff up and stays with Melissa. Brandon comes in and say, "Oh, where's that bitch at?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "That bitch told Jabari, she sent a recording of me to Jabari, and that's who it was that was talking to him about me being transphobic." Now, mind you, this was months ago. Like 2 months ago. So he's over it. So now she's mad at the whole situation because now she got to move back with Melissa. She got to pay her $50 every client, and she ain't having as many clients as she used to. Her and her little gay twink friend, white too. Well, he's Latin. One day I come to my house and they done took Melissa's cat litter box and poured it out in front of my door. So these are children. So Brandon, so they're doing weird ass little shit to annoy me. So I'm like, but we can't catch them out the house. We don't fuck with Melissa. We can't catch them out the house. So Brian, my other gay son. So y'all know I have Africana boy is my gay son too, Brian. So I have Brandon, Brian, and Jonathan. So Jonathan, that's a whole other story. Jonathan lives in New York. Y'all ain't, he done been on my show too, but years ago. Brian and Brandon. So Brian comes over. Before Brian comes over, Brian goes to the CVS, and Brian calls me and say, Diamond, your ex-roommate is here at the CVS with that butch queen. And I was like, oh, are they walking? And he was like, yeah, they're walking from the CVS back to the apartment. So if you come out now, you will meet them at the gate. So I'm not trying to fight them. That's not, girl. So, but Brandon is. So we all get dressed and fighting clothes, of course. So we go to the gate, and Brandon walks over to Kristen and just bings her. Boop. All his power, just hit her. He don't fight her, he just bangs her. Boom. Bitch, that's for telling Jabari, sending Jabari that video. So soon as Brandon bings her, the gay boy turns up, as he should. This is his friend. But sir, we're talking about a St. Louis butch queen. Brandon got to wearing that boy so thin. And at this point, Brandon is like workout fit. So Brandon is not just some skinny twink. Brandon is workout buff twink. And he get to all the passion that he wanted to give Fit Tanya, baby. All the passion that he wanted to give Kristen, he transferred it to the butch queen. So he is punching and dragging this butch queen all over the front of this little area. Before you get to my apartments is like a strip center. And so we caught them when they were coming around the corner. So, so it wasn't technically in the apartment complex. So the security, if they were fighting in the apartment complex, the security would call the police. But because it's outside of the apartment complex, the security wasn't doing shit but sitting there watching. Long as y'all ain't good, long as y'all ain't in here, it ain't got nothing to do with us. So they are literally letting Brandon just pound and drag and wear him out. So while Brandon is pounding and dragging him, he already done hit Christian. So Christian's mouth is bleeding. And so I walk up on her, and so she thinks that I'm walking up on her to hit her too. Now I'm telling y'all this, but this all happens within seconds. So it is, I walk up on her, we're walking up, Brandon punches her, the gay boy try to get into it, he get to dragging him. Boom, 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 boom. I walk up on her, she thinks that I am about to fight her. I was like, and it pisses me off because, girl, I'm not trying to fight you, girl. Girl, get out of here. I am not about to fight your little weakling ass. I'm not about to fight you. Get out of here. I'm coming up on her and I'm telling her, this is the shit that I'm talking about. This messy ass shit. This shit that I told you in life, like I'm turning into auntie again. In life, this is the shit that's gonna get you in trouble. You bringing that bitch to my house and you knew you weren't supposed to do that. You sending sneaky ass videos to this boy about him. All this is the type of shit that's gonna get you fucked up. And here you are looking stupid with your mouth bleeding because you doing shady ass shit behind people back when you know you ain't got no business doing, and you know you ain't no fucking fighter. You know you're not no fighter, but this is the shit that if I wanted to bat you, I could bat you because of the shit that you're doing. You could have had it all. What Lauren Hill say? It could all be so simple. It could have all been so simple, but bitch, your ass is sitting here, bloody mouth, because you doing messy ass shit. And ain't nobody trying to fight your ass. I'll beat the shit out of you. Bitch, you sitting here rearing up. Not rearing up like trying to hit me, but like, oh no, like I'm trying to hit you. Bitch, ain't nobody trying to fight your little stupid ass. Bitch, get out of here. I'm just telling you, now I'm chastising you. But while I'm sitting there talking to her in her face, here come Brandon. Boom! Bashes her one more time. He don't get to fight her, but he hit her one more time. Boom, bitch. so he was like, bitch, you better be glad that I got all my energy out on his motherfucking ass, because he back there just on the ground bleeding, wore out. He was like, bitch, don't you ever in your motherfucking life play with me. So we go back to the house. Her and the little friend is bloody, and bam, 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 bam. So Melissa puts her out. Melissa puts her out because Melissa says, oh no, you're having all this violence in my apartment. Oh no, all this violence can't do. You can't stay with me anymore. She really tired of her being in the house because she ain't making her the money that she was making her back in November, December. The clients ain't coming in like they used to. And now Araya's gone. So now she like, oh, fuck all this shit. I'm using it as an excuse. You're bringing violence to my apartment, even though she didn't even fight in her house or in the apartments. She just heard about the fight. Oh, you're bringing violence to my apartment. I can't believe this. No, you can't stay here anymore. Pack your things up and leave. So now she has to go back to her mom, who is not accepting her as trans. So she moves back to her mom, and I never actually see her again in person. And then the last time I hear from her is in the paragraph that I share with y'all, that I told y'all. She had detransitioned, and she had put that paragraph. So apparently she had a come to Jesus moment for some whatever reason. And in that paragraph, she basically cleared everything. She was like, none of my motherfucking people was doing right by me. And now that I look back at the whole situation, the only person who had done right by me was Diamond. She wasn't trying to overcharge me for nothing. She wasn't hustling me. She wasn't, I wasn't doing, all she had to fucking do was pay me $250 a month and be trustworthy. Once all of that shit started to be weird, bitch, you gotta get up out of here. And so it was just interesting that she had in the comment in the video, just saying that it was nothing but positive in the whole paragraph. But she is now detransitioned to a boy because, you know, and then became a little Christian missionary, just like Lo Anthony. So that's the story of the white trans girl that lived with me.